Good morning, pupils. I am teacher Christine, and our topic for today's discussion are the elements of the story. So, do you have any idea what are the elements of the story? Anyone? Okay, I guess no. So, my job for today is to teach you what are the elements of the story. So, first, the story elements make up the story. They help us to understand what we are reading. So, there are four important elements in the story: the character, setting, event, and theme. Have you read the story about the ant and the grasshopper? Yes, very good. It is indicated in the title that the ant and the grasshopper are the creatures or the character in the story. Again, they are the character in the story. So from what we see in real life, where does the ant and the grasshopper live? Again? Right, in the grass or in the field. And it was mentioned in the story that the weather is summer and winter. It was explained in the story when the story happened, which is during summer and winter, and where did it take place, which is in the field. So again, when the story happened, very good, during summer and winter. Where did it take place? Again, that's right, in the field. So in the story, it was mentioned that the grasshopper is chirping and singing while the ant is working on summer. Okay, so the ant is working, the grasshopper is chirping and singing. In the winter, the grasshopper have no food and dying, while the ant is distributing food, distributing corn and grain from the stores they have collected. So, the lesson in the story is that the grasshopper realized that it is best to prepare food for the days of need. Okay, so to understand more about the elements of the story, I have here a visual aid. I'm just gonna paste it. Okay, so I have here the visual aid of the elements of the story and its function, as well as the examples. Can you clearly see my presentation, class? Thank you very much. Okay, so for the first element of the story, we have here the character. Again, what is the first element of the story? Character, very good. So what is the function of a character? The main function of a character in a story is to extend or prolong the plot, make it readable and interesting. Okay, so for example from the story, the ant and the grasshopper. Again, what are the ant and the grasshopper? They are the very good. They are the character in the story. Okay, so for the second element of the story, we have here the setting. Okay, what is the second element of the story? Right, setting. Okay, setting is a literary device that allows the writer of a story to establish the time, location, and environment in which it takes place. Okay, so the example, in a field and summer and winter. Okay, so for the third element of the story is the event. Event is a meaningful change in a character's life. The thing that happens during a story that transforms the world from one state into another. Okay, again, the event is a meaningful change in a character's life. And for the example, we have here the grasshopper was dying of hunger, and so the ants distributing food they collected in the summer. Okay, so for the fourth elements of the story is the theme. Again, what is the fourth element of the story? theme. Very good, you are listening. Okay, so theme functions as the understated but essential ingredients to make a story meaningful. Okay, so what is the function of a theme? Very good. The understated but essential ingredient to make a story meaningful. Thank you for listening. Okay, so for the example, it is best to prepare for days of need. It is from the story. So, the theme is somewhat like a moral lesson of the story. So, do you understand the element of the story and its function? Very good. You all are listening well. Okay, so do you now understand what are the elements of a story and their functions? Okay, very good. I will take it down because there are four things to remember, four elements to remember in a story, four elements in a story. So I have also prepared this visual aid. Okay, so can you see it clearly? Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so we have here the definition of each elements of the story, their meanings. Okay, so as what I have said earlier, we have four elements of the story. What are those? Yes, character. Yes, setting, event, and theme. Very good. You all are listening well. Okay, so the first element of the story is a character. Okay, so what is a definition of a character? So, characters are the people in the story. Again, characters are the people in the story. Okay, so what are the people in the story? Characters. Okay, very good. Okay, the second one is setting. Setting is the time and place in the story. Again, setting is the time and place in the story. Okay, so what is a setting? Anyone? Yes? It's the time and place in the story. Yes, very good. It's the time and place in the story. Okay, so for the third one, we have here event. Event is the happening in the story. Event is happening in the story. Again, what is event? Event is happening in the story. Very good, very bright pupils. Okay, so for the last one, the fourth element of the story is the theme. Okay, the theme. Theme is the underlying message in the story. Again, theme is the underlying message in the story. What is theme? Yes? Very good. A round of applause. Is the underlying message in the story. Okay, very good. So, I will take it down again. And I will ask you now to enumerate the four elements of a story. Okay, anyone from the class? Enumerate the four elements of the story as what I have discussed earlier. Yes? Very good, that's very right. A round of applause, please. Okay, the four elements of a story are the character, setting, event, and theme. Okay, you all are listening very well. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. Have you learned something? Okay, thank you so much. That's all for today, class. thank you so much for listening. Thank you for lending me your ears. Thank you for participating. Thank you for cooperating for the discussion for today. Okay, so um, those are the elements of a story. Okay, so do you all know the elements of a story, right? Their function as well as their meanings. Okay, so very good. Okay, so our discussion for today is very fruitful. I appreciate your participation and cooperation in this class. Okay, so that's it, and thank you for today. Um, God bless us all, and again, I am Teacher Christine. Thank you so much. Goodbye.